And recording.
Crazy.
It is crazy. Let me know when it's live.
Oh, things are happening. Yep, there it goes.
Alright. You should start see it moving shortly.
Okay, I see it. Yep.
Great.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Very cool.
There we go.
So we're gonna play some more Incredible Machine. Because
Hooray!
we had fun with it last time, and I put the first video up today, and the reception was really positive. In fact, I think I'm gonna put it up on SA as an actual thread.
Sure.
Hi, Fred in the future.
Yeah. So if anybody's watching this, actually this is gonna be the
Sorry
third episode.
Sorry for ruining everything in the future.
Yeah. If anybody wants to,
future
if
guys.
anybody has this game and wants to get send me the file for custom levels, feel free. Because I will compile them and I'll play them at some point. Because I think that'd be fun. I mean, half this game was building your own, so why not? Anyway, we don't need to go through a huge introduction today because we already know how to play the game. So let's play the game.
Oh,
Knowing
I
is
don't know how
half
to
the
play.
battle. Remembering is the other half, and I don't.
Yes.
Okay, well.
Put the pinball into the corner pocket.
Well, Prism, I know that you were not here the other day, but do you understand the Incredible Machine in general?
Oh yeah, I actually played one of the versions as a little kid, so
Okay, so it's basically the same thing.
Build your own really complex Tom and Jerry machine. Rube Goldberg, that's it.
Rube Goldberg, yes. Tom and Jerry used Rube Goldberg, but yeah. Anyway, so we're starting off with the easy puzzles today, or the easy rated puzzles, and we'll just
Sure.
see how far we go. We'll see if we can't do all of easy. So our goal is to put the pinball in the corner pocket. So the best thing to do is to hit start at the beginning just to see what happens.
And then you can figure out what you're doing from there, right?
Yeah, you can figure out what parts you need to do. You can either work forwards or backwards. So that candle slides down and goes underneath the rocket. So we need to light the rocket in some way, which requires us to open up the spring match. And that's a rope thing. These pulleys are conveniently located. Now the rocket can't fit through this hole right here. So we use this basketball and we place it right in there, and you'll see what happens. Basically, the rocket will.
So like it'll get knocked out by the thing.
Yeah, it'll bump it. There we go. Oh, because I actually went and solved a few on my own,
Mel,
just
get home.
because. So it's gonna get mad at me every time.
Sick hacks.
Yeah. So we gotta get the little dude up top to his home.
Okay.
He cannot jump, he can only fall. So we have to use this large pipe.
Good pipe.
Dude returns home is the more interesting.
Yeah.
So he'll come out the other side. Also, if he falls from too high of a height, he will stop moving and fall asleep.
Okay. That's what happens when I fall off of buildings.
So we're going to use this anti-gravity pad to push him over the little wall.
Also, how I deal with falling asleep.
If you fall
Question mark.
asleep, you just get anti-gravitied. There we go. Perfect. Let's go to number 3.
Get Mutant Mouse into his hole.
So we gotta get the mouse into the mouse hole.
Sure.
If we start it, the cat is just gonna eat him. So, what do we have? We have 4 pieces of cheese and a remote bomb detonator.
That Bomb.
Yeah, bomb. So here's the way to do it. Like, the hint can help us out here, but basically you need to use the bomb to blow a hole through this upper path so he can go down to the lower areas. The cat will scare him, so we don't need to give him a cheese up there. However, once he's down here, we do need to use the cheese to direct the mouse. However, something has to fall on this plunger. Cheese is affected by gravity. This game is wacky.
Seems it.
It was the perfect sort of thing for, like, for a kid in elementary
The
school.
candle.
I bet.
Light a candle.
I did say like last time, this seems like a super edutainment type game.
Yeah, it is. I never really thought of it that way, but it definitely is.
I don't even mean to like disparage that.
Yeah,
Like,
like there were good edutainment games in the 90s.
Did you ever play the Creatures games?
No?
Was always edutainment? I suppose technically it could have been.
Yeah, like they taught you about genetics and stuff like that.
Those were like sort of messed up games, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with those.
All I
that's-
remember is forcibly crossbreeding my adorable creatures
Put
with the
basketball
other,
into the basket.
like, creatures that you could get that were even cuter.
Yep.
They were really, really cute.
We did, we had these, they were like Jumpstart PC games. There was one for each grade that you could get, and it was like slowly ramping up in difficulty and skills taught through them. They were fun
Sure.
enough. There was also, there was like the Humongous Entertainment games. Pajama Sam and things like that. I played the heck out of those as a kid. I don't know how much edutainment they had in them necessarily, but they were fun. So one thing with gears is you can actually speed up or slow down things based on the way gears are oriented.
Sure.
Like a small gear rotating a large one will rotate it slower, basically.
That's just how gears actually work.
Yeah. Oh, that didn't work. It's supposed to. I've got the Jack-in-the-Box backwards. This one gives you a few pieces, like you can mess around with multiple solutions here. Oh, and I figured out what the deal with the two-player is. It basically, it's meant to be passed off between each other. It's not forced or anything.
Get the tennis
But,
ball into the aquarium.
like, you start out with a huge bin of items.
Okay.
And it's just, you kind of compete. You throw things on the board, try to figure out what's going on, or try to solve it first. I guess you have to keep manual score. So that bowling ball didn't do much.
Okay, I'm done posting things in the near thread.
Good job.
So
I
we
had
need...
to thank whoever that was for my avatar.
It's true. And let's go. Once again, a few extra items. So the whole thing here is to use whichever items actually will allow you to keep things moving.
Mm-hmm.
And the impact of the baseball there is enough to move the tennis ball just because it's such a very light object.
Sure.
Toast the bread.
Time to make some toast. So let's see, if we push start, nothing happens because there's no moving parts. So...
I like toast.
Huh?
I like toast.
Toast is pretty good.
Who doesn't like toast?
People who are gluten intolerant.
It's true.
You with your answers that make sense.
Although saying that, you can get gluten-free bread, although it does taste like sandpaper.
Oh. Well, that was inconvenient. It just got caught right in the wrong place. There we go.
Fire the cannon.
Alright, so we need to fire the cannon. Does not do much on its own, so let's punch it a little harder.
Punching things is how I solve my problems also.
Then, so that turns on the motor. We need the conveyor belt. That's going to boost this pinball. And if I put the flashlight somewhere around here, it should land on the switch. Yeah. Alright.
Break Bill's aquarium.
Oh, we need to break Bill's aquarium.
Oh no!
Bill's gonna be just not happy about that.
Yeah. Alright, so this one starts... This motor is automatically running. So... let's attach it up. So we gotta do something with that ball. Let's see, what do we have? We have some pipes here, but no long pipes. However, if the ball comes through here, we can assume it's probably gonna like go up and through and fly out. So, we've got another anti-gravity pad that we can stick there. And probably the best way to go about it is to use these inclines to bounce it in or something like that.
I'm so glad it's you playing this because like there is a lot.
There we go. That poor fish.
Wait, was Bill the fish?
Bill was the fish.
This
Did we
isn't
just... Is this like some weird assisted fish suicide?
This isn't the Spec Ops The Line thread. Okay.
Turn the fan on is our goal right now. The fan is over here, but in order to power it, we need to get the generator running. The only source of rotational power, though, is the mouse wheel. So... let's use these gears to try and connect it up. So there's a distance. You can only translate the gear power that far. So you have to make sure that you've not extended it out too much of a distance. This should work.
Looking forward to it now.
Hmm.
Oh ye of little faith.
I thought you were just gonna end that sentence at oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh ye. Hello, chat.
Yee.
We are recording.
For
Which
some
is
reason.
fine. Yes, for some reason. It's basically called people were very receptive to the one video that I uploaded on YouTube. So therefore, I've decided to just go ahead and record
Yeah,
more
you
of
made
them.
an impulse decision to make more.
I did. I don't know why we needed to pop those balloons, but it told me to do it, so I did. That's a dangerous
Fair.
train of
Why
thought to
not?
go on.
Put all the blimps
Listen,
in the
do what
hands
you're
of
told.
right. They all need to be there at the
Consume.
same time.
So we need to put all of the blimps in the hangar. And they need to be in there at the same time. We could attempt to do this using pinball bumpers, but I have a feeling it will not go well.
Well, no. Oh god. No.
Blimps were not meant to hit pinball bumpers.
Oh.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and time it so that they bounce off of these walls at about the same time. I agree, Silver Scree. I used to make so many puzzles that involved the explosives because it was fun. Game fun.
Children love explosives.
Make the
Of course we
laundry
do.
basket fall off the bottom of the screen.
Alright, so this one we've got a man moving. And he falls into oblivion. But he does hit the seesaw. So what can that do for us?
You mean besides murder?
No, he's fine. He just goes to sleep. So this was one item we did not see. It's a phaser gun.
It's a gun.
It's a gun.
How do you solve problems? Gun.
Yeah, I don't know. It requires it to be attached with rope to pull the trigger. But the idea is it can light fire stuff.
Okay.
So we need to use the hot air balloon to pull... where can I put this pin? Somewhere around here. We want to get the laundry basket off the bottom. So we need to break the hot air balloon. Ah, perfect. That worked.
Pop the silver balloon.
We need to pop a silver balloon. There it
Okay.
is. So to do that, it's currently being tied down. There's a pair of scissors that we'll have to hit to cut it. Well... Well, we've destroyed 2 fish tanks.
Oh no.
Hooray!
So we have a ball that falls down. I assume we need it on the top. Let's see what happens here. That came close. But I think what's meant to happen is we have this paint bucket here, and I think you're meant to tie them together.
I mean, that makes a little bit more sense.
That didn't work. I guess you're supposed to make it not have like any paint in it, so that the weight can actually move down. Oh, but you see, I didn't give it enough rope, so I need to actually pull this down a lot so it can go down to hit the scissors.
Oh right, I see. Okay.
There we go. How did they do it? They had an extra... They just had an extra wood slope piece. It's basically the same.
Well, they weren't ready for you to be a professional.
Put the
Yeah, they
baseball
weren't.
in the aquarium and the pinball in the cage.
Baseball in the aquarium, pinball in the cage. So this is a new item here. This is the trap door. It only opens when heavy stuff lands on it. So the
Okay.
baseball's not light or not heavy enough to make it open. So the baseball's going into the aquarium down here. The pinball is going into the cage, which means we need the trapdoor to separate them out. But in order to get in there, we need to blow the path. So let's put the TNT there, I guess. I need another one. I guess we can just kind of put the TNT plungers wherever they fit.
Sure. As long as they're linked up, right?
Yeah.
I suppose that's what matters.
Oh, I don't think the baseball's gonna fit through that. Well, let's see. Well, it fit, but it didn't actually... Maybe I'll just put the other plunger there. Oh no. Maybe like that? I don't know. Oh, it bounced right over.
Good job.
I'm so good at this.
I don't think you are. I think you're getting extremely lucky and being a jerk.
How
do
am
you
I
feel
being
about
a
that?
jerk?
I don't know.
What did I do?
I think you know what you did.
I mean, I probably do.
I probably know what I did.
Prove it.
But I put it up there and it didn't do that. Dang it, game.
Physics.
Physics indeed.
Launch the 2 rockets off the top of the screen.
And there, my pizza's been eaten, so now I can pay half attention.
Half attention. Perfect.
Half a 10, whatever that is.
Yeah, Chrism, your mic's doing the thing again where it just cuts off at the end of every sentence.
That's weird.
Your noise gate's probably too high.
I will fiddle with it.
Weird.
Is it still doing it?
That seems better.
Well, you know, you've only said one thing since we
But yes.
so there's no way of knowing. There's no way.
I mean, I do have a tendency to manually mute the microphone.
Well, then you are overdoing it.
Well, I have done that wrong. I had both of these motors backwards.
I've never known anybody to be worse at video games than you right now, in this particular instance.
In this minute, you are the worst at games.
Fireworks.
Taking only the last 14 seconds as a sample size.
We need to shoot fireworks. Probably the easiest way to do this would be to use this laser, because it'll light the wicks on all these fireworks, except for this last one. We can probably use this flint and steel.
This seems safe.
Totally.
I think that the tiles from this game would be a little either. I think they're too colored. Oh, I need a little bit of. I forgot the little slope on the pier here. Hello, Final Biscuit. But yeah, I think that. Oh, that doesn't work. Maybe he'll just hit it on his own. Or I guess I could use like the 8 balls and knock the flint and steel. Oh no, he knocks it on his own. Wait, I think these tiles have too many colors because it's a it's a Windows 98, but I don't know what it is.
98 or 95? I can't
Something like
remember.
that.
The yellow one.
Since the beginning of time.
The balls go into boxes.
Yeah, Windows 10,000 BC.
Well, all the balls are gonna fall off the screen right now if I don't put these in. So this one's actually way easier than it looks. You just do this. Oh shit!
So easy.
You fricked it.
Be quiet. I'm not bad at games.
I'm not
I'm
owned.
not owned. Yes. Synchronicity.
Yep.
Put the baseballs in the
My
box.
favorite album.
7 years of experience.
8 soon.
8 in a
Next year
year.
is 8. Next year is 8. The year
Oh,
is not
okay.
10. So there. Good. Cool. Video games.
Yep. I don't like these little gear ones that much because they feel a little. They're mostly complicated more than anything else.
It's almost like that's one of
The
the
point of
things
the
with
game.
Rube Goldberg machines.
No, I know that, but I just don't like the dealing with the gears as much as I do some of the other parts.